Alright guys, Jamie back here for yet another cast here from the Coca-Cola OSL here. This will be, again, Coca-Cola OSL Round of 8, day number 2, match 2, Gundam, V-Gundam versus Enough, making this a Terran versus Zerg here. This is going to be very interesting coming up here. Gundam is looking pretty strong in his versus Zerg, just in his recent statistics right now. His last Terran versus Zerg has gone in his favor. It's just only a matter of time we figure out what map it is. And we'll see how that's going to direct this game. If it's going to be Neo Hall Valhalla, that will change up the match significantly. What I mean by this is that modern day StarCraft, Brood War or StarCraft 2, you don't have these island-based maps anymore. They just don't exist. And they have their own meta to them. They have their own style to them. You need to be able to defend these island expansions. It's actually really crazy. While Isaac may be really strong in his island ZVZ based versus Enough, he just wasn't good at the standards, the quote unquote standard ZVZ that we generally see nowadays on Neo Legacy of Chara here. This will be Enough right here, age 20, and from some Korean clan. And this will be Gundam here, quite old, age 23 right here, from the clan Vinara, or from .TNC. Well, either way, it doesn't really matter, but we'll see how it goes. Now, Gundam is this guy's not bad. V-Gundam is not a bad player. I believe he does opt to go for more mech style play versus Zerg. If I'm recalling correctly, this guy was the... was he the player? He might... I'm honestly trying to genuinely remember, because I'm looking at my history here. It might be Sync versus Yellow, where we might have seen more of a Goliath play. Yes. No. Maybe. I don't know. Gundam is either... I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see what his build order is going to be, of course. But I believe he does favor mech over bio. Or he's the opposite. Or he goes for or he goes bio. I genuinely forget. I apologize. Okay, the map will be Ragnarok though. Making it's gonna be mech. You have to go mech on this map. It's not that mineral line is impossible. Just looking at this map and being played on it, really against Zerg. If you're in vertical positions right now on this map, it is gonna be painful for Gundam to go into this. If Enough does decide to go for the Mutalisks, it could be very difficult to defend if he can get that off. What Zergs will have to worry about, though, is that to sustain that natural expansion, it's not easy. And in order to get a decent amount of Mutalisks up, you're probably going to want to get that second Extractor up. However, we could see a interesting one-base style to see what could determine the ability for that natural to go up. We could see Enough go for the one-base Muta style and then transition into an expansion to follow up with the aggression, because really there's not a lot of surface area. I believe you can only put one turret from not to deter the mineral line pathing on Ragnarok in that cubby space where you can put a turret in the corner of the mineral line. But we'll have to see. Of course, spawn location will take a considerable part in the build order choice, and players may just do what they know. I don't know how many Zerg builds are actually known at this point, but we've seen expansions. We've at least seen up to 2 base Zerg builds so far. I think it's unheard of to have an easy locatable third. I think that's just unheard of. But here we are. We're in the studio. We have that kid right there, ready to see. We have 2 kids right there. Might be brothers or sisters or something. That, I believe, will be enough right there. I believe that's enough, at least. And there's Gundam. This guy's This guy's cool. This guy's got the hair. In his space uniform, always smiling. This guy, Gundam, is the guy that I think we've seen him smile at the beginning of every match. This guy is good spirits right here, continuing to smile. Makes me happy to cast some StarCraft. All right. Oh my goodness. Yeah-oh. Gundam versus enough. Terran versus Zerg coming right at you guys from Jamie Fitzgerald or Puka. I don't actually. Sounding with the alias sounds way cooler, but all right. Oh, these spawns will probably favor enough, but anyway, in the bottom left-hand corner, as our white Zerg, it will be enough. And in the top left-hand corner, it will be the yellow Zerg V-Gundam. This is going to be. I'm really looking forward to this match because, well, again, I mean, the Mutalists are going to be able to either, if Terran decides to go for more of an economic build and does decide to go for an unheard of expansion on this map, things could look very bad for him. But again, I really think on this map you're really restricted as Terran to go that mech because Mutalists are going to be so, powerful. I mean, even that's only enhanced in these positions because the Mutalists only have to go north, and then they're right at the main base mineral line there. And again, if you look at it, there's not a whole lot of surface area to put turrets up there. There is a little corner cubby where the minerals aren't, but you can just air stack them and probably take down the turret pretty fast. So we'll see how Gundam will react to this. Now, of course, Zergs do have to worry about defending their natural, which is probably why this map would be a little bit more balanced. But I mean, even if you look at but it's actually kind of funny because if you look at the TLPD of this map, like, this map is not balanced at all. It Boxer dominates Zergs on this map. So I mean, maybe I'm thinking of this in a different way, but really, if we see quick Mutalists, I really think Gundam's going to be in a little bit of trouble unless he gets some kind of air control going on right there. But then again, the timings might be for Terran, they might just hit right before, so we could see bio. Because if Terran doesn't want to have the Mutalists at the front door, a way to compensate for that is for Terran to go for a bio push, so the Mutalists can't have trouble. It looks like he is pointing out the issues of the Mutalists, though, going up and down. Yes. And if you're wondering why that hatchery is in the middle, seemingly in nowhere. That's just that is actually the choke point between the natural and main base so I would call it. They can put up an Evo chamber or a Sunk or two just to defend, because what we will see is probably a 3-hatch style, again going to 3-hatch meetup, but you need to defend that spot, and it looks like it actually will be a bio push. And this makes sense too, because you really want to. I'm generally the mentality for Terrans to defend more, but being aggressive is just as good, Being a vanguard, I believe, is what the term for it is. Offense is the best defense. I believe that's what a vanguard is. No? Maybe. I guess pretty much there's some belief that the best offense is the best defense. I believe that's what a vanguard believes. Point being is, I'm surprised those links didn't go up there. I believe he could have done some damage with those. But despite the point, if he can stall for the time to make sure Mutalists aren't going to be a massive threat to him, he could just do something. We've also seen lurkers as well. Those were on horizontal positions that I've seen it on, though, which I believe I wouldn't encourage as much, but I have just seen players just get annihilated from lurkers going up that one ramp, because it can be so difficult because there's no natural. I mean, they can just literally run up there, which lurkers, this map has a lot of different build orders that really can work, and we'll just see what the tech route for Zerg will be, because I really don't know what enough is gonna really plan for this game. Because I believe they will know what map they do play on for the week, because they do play each day is like the week after. They probably run out of studio on like Sunday or something to play games, and they broadcast them, and it's all that fun stuff. But yeah, and he does have that natural expansion up right now. And you know what? I forgot to add the starboard. Oh, whoopsie. You guys know who I'm talking about, right? Oh, I know why, because I never decided to actually add it. My bad. Oh, these lings. And so I'm actually really interested in what the tech path is. When will okay? So Terran's gonna be pushing out here. We'll see what kind of damage this will do. Oh, okay. That was the VOD, not me. Pretty crazy looking. Oh, but these lings. No, he'll retreat, I guess. He's just trying to poke right here, trying to force a reaction. Is he? This is an interesting style. So he's gonna go for a pretty powerful push here with tanks. So it seems. With Stim. Wow. And I forgot to start the timer again, of course, because I'm so awesome. But so it will be lurkers. Okay, so I guess Meatless aren't going to be the threat here. I'm surprised by this. Just I would have thought with the gas, but you know what it might be though as well is that this push is so powerful. He may just want to be able to safely defend here. So Enough is playing this very safe right here. Not going to be going for the Meatless right there, which is very fine. And look at this. He's already having 4 sunks right here. I believe Enough should be safe from this push. With one tank, if he can get to it, that will be the... If he can get to the tank, of course, he'll be good. And here comes Terran. A good handful of buy right here. Lings are... Oh, look at this. Look at that. The Ling should be able to come back there and swoop out the tank if Gundam is not careful. But these Lings are already coming out in position right here. I'm not sure if this is a smart position. Is he going to go for the rung buy? No, he's just going to go for the tank right here, but the bio is already in the position, and now they're going to get sandwiched. Fire rats are on the ramp right here, but they did find a small part in there. Can they focus on the tank? No, they're just going to go scout some more information right here. They will see more barracks are being thrown down here. Ooh, enough doing. He's going to go for the comsat right away. That makes sense. He's going to make sure that the lurkers can't be spotted. This can be very bad. Will he get it? SCVs are trying to repair on it. I don't think he's going to get it. Oh. SCVs have an unfair amount of healing power right there. So nice attempt from Enough. They're going for the comsat to deny the ability for detection for some time. But now Enough is in a bit of trouble there because now the Lings can't flank, and he has no answer to the tank right now. Where he's gonna have to get Hydras out, and I'm not seeing lurkers right now either. This one base style Terran is looking very strong right now. These Sunks are only gonna deny time delay the push. Oh, but it's in range of the tank right now. Will he get the tank from poor positioning of Gundam? We don't know. And they're just kind of stimming here and try to kill off everything. There's so much bio right here. I wouldn't be surprised if these Sunks go immediately down. The Lings are going to try to get in here, but Terran is in such a good position right here in this choke point. Oh, no. And this is where Terran, and this is kind of where sometimes this is the point of no return for Zergs on this map, because Terran can just kind of back up into that small choke point right there with the tanks. I mean, we've even seen it versus Protoss, where Boxer versus Into the Rain game, Boxer just put up, restricted that narrow passage and put all his mech units there. Oh, but look at this. We do have a lurker right here. Ooh. He's going to be trying to spot on the high ground here. Will force the cancel on the Hydralist right here. Oh, man. Still no expansion, though. I think he's still rallying units. Gundam's all in at this point. Wow. These Lings are going to try to do something here. The Lurkers are going to be advancing here without Dark Swarm. This might just be enough right here, but no. The Lurkers didn't get off the shots that they needed to do, and this should be GG. There will be nothing left of enough right here. And now with Comsat available too, the control for the bio has been very good for Gundam right now. And he's just going to continue going in here. There's not a whole lot here. Trying to desperately get up Sunks 4 enough right here. The bio's coming here. They are stimming right here. They're going to be going for that hydrogen, and it looks like they're going to be pressuring the natural at the same time of this push. Gundam being everywhere at once right now, going into the mineral line here, destroying everything, and that hydrogen is gone. The pool is still there, bro. Now we have the GG from Enough, and Enough doing his best, but could not deal with that one base push from Gundam right there. Smiling, but he's probably deeply hurt inside. Gundam will take that win. Leaving Gundam, let's see. Gundam is up 2-0 so far. And Enough is actually, Enough is 0-2. Not giving him much prosperity for him for later on. He really needed to secure a win for that match. Alright, guys. Jamie signing out. We'll be back momentarily for Yellow versus Boxer. Gonna be an entertaining match. Peace.